And we are live on Facebook. Welcome to everybody who's watching right now. If you are tuning in, we have a great show lined up for you today. Some special guests for you. We have, who's on the show today? We have Craig Armstrong, Club Director. Scott Mills is with us. Wullie, Kinniburgh, John McGowan, and a special guest joining us later on. Let me bring on, first of all, Craig Armstrong, who will tell us a wee bit about the guests that we have lined up today. So, Craig, are you with us there, Craig?
Yep, I'm here, Ross.
How are you this week, mate? What's been happening?
Well, as I say, the wallpaper behind me, mate, I started painting it probably Wednesday, and time I get the badge done. So, as you can see, it looks all right, doesn't it?
It's looking brilliant. You're a regular, I was going to say you're a regular Rolf Harris, but we'll skip past that.
Van Gogh, I was called at school, Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. That sounds about right. Now, listen, tell us who's on the show today.
So, today, obviously, we had a chat the last couple of weeks with the committee. So, I think it was only right to have a show today to introduce our manager who took over towards the end of last season. So, we've got Wullie Kinniburgh, who played with Partick Thistle, Motherwell. He's actually been with Gartcairn before as a coach, so we were lucky enough that he was available to come in as manager. We've got Scott Mills, it's not the DJ, who I believe that was the DJ, so we were duped on that one. But Millsy is a brilliant coach. He's also at Partick Thistle as well, but he's hopeless at being a DJ. And we have a couple of people coming on later on, as I say, but we've got John McGowan who'll be with us shortly. I think he's just coming back for a training session, so he'll be here as well.
All right, Wullie, yourself and Millsy were at Gartcairn before under Davy Gregg, but what made you decide to go for the Gartcairn job?
It was something that I hadn't thought about previously. Management wasn't big in my plans, but you know, you kind of get an opportunity at some point, and you've just got to take it. I think they don't come around very often, so it would have been naive and foolish of me to turn something like that down, with knowing the committee and the guys there, their plans and what they're wanting and where the club want to be in the next kind of 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Is there we've got a critic in the background there. Is there much of a difference since you were last there?
Army's changed a wee bit. He's probably uglier, definitely uglier. Alex got a little bit less hair than he had the last time I was there, but otherwise it's just really off the field what they've done, and especially what's happening in the next couple of weeks, that it's getting bigger and better all the time.
Now, you were a successful footballer with Motherwell and Partick Thistle. What made you want to go into coaching and now management?
It's something that I think every player tries their hand at. You know, it's a kind of natural progression. You go from a player, then you either get too old or too injured, and then you need to go to the other side of it, and you start to look and try and see where you're best suited. You know, whether it's younger kids, whether it's adults, and try and progress your coaching career that way. Maybe not be for everybody. Maybe not be for me after a few months here, but we'll try our best. And it's something that you love football. Football means everything to most people in Scotland. So to get an opportunity to just stay in the game is massive.
Craig, now, is there anything you want to put to Wullie just now while we're on this topic? Oh, I need to unmute you. Sorry, buddy.
I was going to say that there. I couldn't hear. Any chance you can win the league, Wullie?
Well, that's what we're here for. You know, for that, there's only one up this year in the conference, so it's a 100% the target to win the league. Anything else would be a poor season.
Gartcairn have had a bit of a fairy tale run, having been so successful in only 5 years. Scott, how far can Gartcairn actually go?
Well, with the way the new restructurings went in, then there's no limit on to what anybody can achieve. So that's the positive for the way they've changed it. So clubs at any level have got like ambition, and if they can match it, then they can go as far as they want.
Mm-hmm. I mean, change is very important. I mean, I don't know, I'm trying to... Army gave me this question, and I'm trying to structure it in a way that he's written it. Basically, the question is, what were you guys like when you played on and off the park? Army, do you want to elaborate on that question? Because I'm not quite clear on...
It's obviously, I mean, bringing guys like Wullie and Millsy and John when he joins us as well. I mean, these guys have played at a very good level. So, not to do any disrespect to any of the managers before them, but the professionalism that these guys are now bringing, and some of the things I'm getting asked to do are just absolutely ridiculous. You know, making sandwiches after training and stuff. My wife's going to go for that. But I think one of the things that I think the supporters want to know, Wullie, is what are you going to change in Millsy? What are you going to change to make the club more professional and function a bit better? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, the first thing is to win. You know, you win week in, week out, and then there's a better spirit in the club. You know, you start to get a bit of interest, you generate a bit more fan base. Next thing is off the park, what you guys are doing, which is phenomenal, with the new facilities, the new park, the new women's team that's this year. You know, Gartcairn's building as a club. The academy is winning awards, and then thirdly is really just to cement ourselves in this pyramid system that, like Millsy said there, that, you know, the sky's the limit, and knowing you guys, the sky is not good enough. It's somewhere, you know, in the juniors, as everybody likes to put it, league football was a fantasy, whereas with this new West of Scotland League tiers 7 and 6, going up to the Lowland League and then going up to League 2, then, you know, it's a very, very realistic target to aim for League 2, albeit it's not an overnight job, but there's no reason that we can't be there in, like I said, 5 to 10 years.
Sure. Now, here's a question for both of you. What three things are important, do you believe is important to be successful? Now, we'll go to Scott first for that. What's the 3 most important things that you believe is needed to become successful?
Well, just based on for us this year, it'll be obviously the dynamic between me, Wullie, John, and the committee.
Good point.
The players that we identify and we get in, which hopefully will start to happen, and people find out as the weeks get closer to the start of the season, and then how we work for them on a week-to-week basis.
Okay.
That would be the 3 things that will probably be the most important from your point of view.
Why?
Just exactly that, but you've got, along with that, you add in the enjoyment factor. If people are enjoying it, they come, they try harder, their football's better, they play with confidence. And Millsy's brilliant at that. You know, he's not just an Alan Carr lookalike, he's also as funny as him. So it's great. And, you know, John, what he brings to the table, apart from his height, is, you know, just great. Makes me want to come to training just to listen to the absolute dross that comes out of their mouth. But it's so funny, so funny. And to be fair, we just, you know, if you don't know, you can kid on. And what we do when we're trying to G people up, you know, it's maybe it's airdrie. It's always minging. It's horrendous weather up with that park, you know, and it's a cold, dark night, and the snow's coming up the way, and we've all got to knuckle in, and, you know, everybody's got to enjoy it. You're not going to be there if you're not going to enjoy it. Hypothermia is not a good thing. You know, just not accepting that. At least, you know, if you're having a laugh with it, then fair enough. Why not? Let's get blue fingers and blue toes. But no, enjoyment is the most important thing.
Craig.
I've got a blue nose, Wullie. Is any use to you?
Well, Gartcairn, I know, it's all blue.
What I meant.
Craig, what kind of differences have you seen in the dynamic in the team since the new changes?
As I say, well, obviously with the lockdown, it's quite difficult. But I mean, at the end of last season, when the guys came in, there was a calibre of players that we just wouldn't accept, to be honest. The level, I mean, we were offered so many players towards the end of the season, and the boys were saying, no, nowhere near good enough, nowhere near good enough. But I've noticed, obviously, that the lockdown was a bit of a blow. But certainly over the last, 2 months, me and the guys, we've been on the phone every day. I mean, literally, it's not even a part-time job anymore, it's full-time. It's constant. They've always got players, but having guys like Wullie and wee John, etc., the people that they know, Ross, are not normal guys that I would know, the players that we would be able to bring in on our own. It's, some of the contacts they've got within the game are frightening, and some of the names that get through about.
Sure.
I used to watch. I seen that guy scoring on Sky Sports and stuff like that, So it's really exciting. And as Wullie says with the park and everyone getting relayed and stuff, I'm really, really excited about next season. And I've been here obviously since it began, but this is probably the most excited I've been. It's like starting again because we're in the new pyramid system, but this is probably the most excited I've been.
Now, we get Cairn 21s coming to an end and not now having a 20s team. Is this a big negative, or will the 19s be able to step up? Who wants to take that?
I don't know. I think there's a couple of players came or signalled their intention to come for the 21s to the juniors, so that would keep a bit of a link. And then obviously it's about building. I think the plans are for next season, aren't it?
Yeah.
For to get a 20s in for the season after.
Yeah, this season we weren't quite. Liam Brindle, who was taking the 21s last year, and he done a great job. I mean, the 21s have been very successful over the last few years, and it's been the same team he's kind of had most of the way through. But unfortunately, Liam couldn't drop down to the 20s this year, so we were a bit late and ended up we decided to wait till next year. But we've got a good under 17s team that's now under 19s, so we're hoping a few of the boys can start coming through. But as the guy said, I would say it is a wee bit of negative, Ross, because a lot of other teams can play players who's maybe just coming back from injury, or they're maybe just not quite where they need to be. You can drop down and play in the under-20s league, so we won't really have that at our disposal this year. But it is what it is. There's not much we can do about it.
Okay, Wullie, what's your take on that?
It slightly hampers plans for guys to get game time that maybe haven't got as much minutes on the park as they wanted, just because you could play the two players. But you need to deal with it. But I'm in the opinion, if you're good enough, you're old enough. So any of the boys from the 19s that are doing really well, we've got a good rapport throughout the club, and their names will be mentioned, and we'll certainly be looking out for them, because a player through the academy, which a couple of the boys in the squad this year are, is the best thing, and that's what you want. You want progression from the kids at a very young age right up into the first team, and then I think you bring with that their friends, their family, their mates that come and watch them, and that's where you generate a support. Sure.
All right, Wullie. Now, Craig, we should have John McGowan joining us shortly. He's not here yet, but Milesy, what I want to ask you is that you and John, understand you both coach kids at Partick Thistle. Is it a big change moving to senior players?
Me and John have worked together for the last 3 years at Thistle. I've been there for like 6 seasons now. It's like wearing two hats. You just need to remember where you're sometimes, because you go from one session to the other, who you're talking to. But I've had a lot of experience working with the juniors at various different clubs. So at this stage in time, then I feel a lot more comfortable than I did at the start. You need to kind of go between, but a lot of it does can intermingle, and in some of the stuff I've done sessions with the adults that the kids get better and vice versa. So you know what I mean? So.
Sure. All right. Now let's go over to Craig, and I want to get all three of you to talk about this before we bring him on, because he's going to be joining us at some point during the show. Latest signing, Gary Harkins. Craig.
Well,
big news.
It's an absolute brilliant move, Ross. He's somebody who, I mean, we never thought he would be anywhere near our club, to be honest, because of who he is and what he's achieved in football. Again, it's through Wullie and Millsy, etc., that we've managed to talk him into coming out of retirement, because he went into retirement for about 45 minutes, and then we talked him back at it again. So that's great, and I'm really excited to see what he brings to the party. But he's a good guy. He's going to bring on the other players round about him as well, the younger boys, and they'll learn from him and stuff. So again, it's a signing, but I never thought we'd see anything like that, to be honest with you. But so it's a testament to the manager and his coaching staff.
Wullie, your thoughts on the new signing? And I mean, it's a big signing for Gartcairn. It's the talk of the town right now just because of this.
It's a huge signing. Gary's Jibsy. Everybody will know him as Jibsy. I'll tell you why. Have you seen Men in Black?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember they go into the shop and they shoot the guy in the head, and his head blows up and then he grows another head? Absolute doppelganger.
Everybody's Googling that right now.
That's how he gets called Jibs. So that's what he's known in football.
When he comes on, I'll introduce him as Jibs then.
What a talent, what a fantastic player. He's the type of guy you don't want to play against and you want in your team, and if you're a supporter you want to go and watch him, because when he gets the ball he's just fantastic.
Sure. Okay, Scott, your views on the new signing?
I just echo what the guy said. I mean, if we can create an environment where he's enjoying it and he's buzzing, we can recruit, then we've won a watch, and he'll help us, and also think it'll be important for working with maybe some of the younger guys as well.
Sure thing. Okay, now, Craig, you give me another question. It says, John Craig tells me you played senior for a few years. Are you making a comeback anytime soon? Who was that directed at?
It was John McGowan, it was, mate, because John played with Queen of the South in Queen's Park, as I say.
Oh, right, I get you. John, Craig tells me you played I thought it was John Craig.
No.
Who the hell's John? Is this another guest?
No, it's John McGowan, but he's not here yet. As I say, I'm trying to talk him into coming out of retirement, Ross. Try and get him cheap because he's on the coaching staff.
Sure.
But it's not happening yet, mate. It's not happening.
Now, is there anything you want to, while we're waiting on Gary coming on and John, is there any topics you want to pick up on, Craig?
As I say, we're really looking forward to pre-season. So, John, Millsy, when is it that's happening again? I don't really watch government, Nicola Sturgeon and all that, so I know you
just
can
be when
into that with the kids.
When the facility's opening, and it seems to be around about August the 17th is that date that facilities are going to open.
Mm-hmm. And how many players are we expecting, just so I can get the wife to start making all the sandwiches? Is it about 247 or something, or what are you expecting?
Another one just texted me there, turning 48, so...
Oh, no, man. And what does it have to make on these pieces? Is it just pieces and cheese or what, Wullie?
No, white brown bread, no cheese, just meat.
That sounds about the same diet I'm on, to be fair.
Now, listen, we do have John joining us right now, John McGowan coming on. He's just connecting as we speak. So let me just see if we can... There we go, John McGowan with us live.
How you doing, all right?
Look, how you doing, John? Thanks for joining us. How are you?
No problem. I'm good, mate. I'm good. Yourself?
We're grand. We're sort of... we've got another guest coming on. Gary Harkins joining us soon. Straight into a question for you that we've just put to Millsy. The big change... let me just rephrase that. You both coached for Partick Thistle. Is it a big change moving to senior players? Let's get your take on that. We put that question to Millsy just a moment ago, but what's your take on that?
To be fair, it is. It can be a wee challenge and stuff like that. The demands are different. When you're looking at Thistle, we're classed as like development coaches, not so much football coaches. So the aim is to develop the players, the younger guys and stuff like that, to prepare them for the next wee level. Whereas when you're getting into the environment that we're in now, we're looking at, we want to win. We need to win games, and we want to win as many as we can, and it's about how to win that game that's ahead and stuff like that. So that's probably the difference when it comes to the actual games. We need to sort of prepare ourselves to win that game for the weekend, whereas when we're working with the kids at Thistle and stuff like that, you're looking at developing them every session, showing them maybe something different and different things like that. But so far it's been really good. Obviously, the wee break and stuff like that hasn't been great, but no, it's been good. It's been good. Enjoyed it.
Craig tells me you played senior for a few years. Are you making a comeback anytime soon?
Well, I'll see if I'm selected. I'm looking to keep myself fit and stuff like that now and play when needed. Obviously, still I love playing. I still get a buzz for it. So that never leaves you. But no, right now the focus is trying to develop it, like my coaching and stuff like that. So,
John, I would advise you to sign as a player, mate, because you know how the itchy trigger finger that Gartcairn committee's got to sack the managers like within a couple of weeks.
Mate.
So if you're a player,
can imagine that.
If you're a player, you've got a lot better chance of staying to the end of the season. That's just a wee bit of advice. Do you know what I mean?
I'll keep my fit in Bath. Hopefully we'll be successful, mate. So don't need to worry about that.
We'll see. We'll see.
That's it, mate. I will do the other side, as I say, keep myself fit, keep myself ticked off, play when needed.
You better watch. Millsy's like Jeffrey Epstein. He keeps a black book. Everybody on me. So can't sack us.
Now, guys, this is a general question for everybody. Gartcairn have got over 500 kids in the academy, and there's people watching this, maybe youngsters who maybe not involved with Gartcairn, but they enjoy playing football. So, first of all, John, we'll go to you first with this. What advice would you give youngsters who want to be a professional footballer?
For me, first thing it starts with is you've got to be willing to work hard. You've got to be able to put the graft in. No players that ever made it without working hard. No, that I can imagine. If you work hard, you'll get breaks.
What about Wullie Kinniburgh? Sorry, John. What about Wullie Kinniburgh? He made it.
He's a grafter, Army. You should know that. Come on now. He is a grafter. But no, I think you need
fucking Pat Rafter. No? What are you saying? You know,
he's got his
honestly, you need to be prepared. That's it. I was sub not used that many times. I know more running than any man alive.
Trust me, he does. 15, 30, that.
Well, let's go to you to that same question. What advice would you give to youngsters, looking to be a professional footballer?
Don't have any regrets. Be the best you can possibly be. Now, see if that's being the best amateur player about, so be it. But don't look back and go, I wish I had done that, or I wish I was a bit better at that and I'd worked on that harder. Just be the best you can possibly be. Not everybody's going to be a professional football player. It's a very difficult thing. You know, if you're fortunate enough to get a couple of games, then fantastic. A former coach of mine who was a Dundee United legend, Paul Hegarty, told me once, and it always sticks with me, he says, if you get 10 years as a professional, you've done amazingly well in the game. Now, that's from a guy that I think he's got about 700 or 800 games for Dundee United. So for him to say that, you know it's tough. So just enjoy the game and just be the best you can possibly be.
Millsy?
I would say take ownership of your own path. You work with coaches, you work with different people every year. Your parents, your family will have an input in it, but like try and do things for yourself. Like learn about your trade, learn about yourself, learn about all the different things, and don't just rely on other people to tell you what to do, because it's only going to come for you if you want to make it.
Sure. Now, Craig, is there anything any questions that you have for any of the guys who are on just now?
Oh, I've got loads, Ross. Absolutely. We'll be here all night, to be fair. So I'd like to ask, I mean, obviously, John, what badge is that that's on that top? That's not a Gartcairn badge.
Isn't it? It's a Joga futsal one, mate. That's what I was doing there. That's how I was late on.
Where clubs in Tiger Wood you've got?
I know, mate.
So, Wullie, I'd like you, obviously a lot of the people who don't know you, right, and I'm starting to get to know you, right, and they see you as a bit of a professional guy. I would imagine when you were a football player, you were quite quiet in the changing room, right, and you were the person that would sit there and have the polished boots and get ready to go. But a couple of wee birdies are telling me a few stories, but see, before I tell them, do you want to tell a couple of stories when you were in the changing room and tell us if you were the class clown or no?
I don't know if I want to kind of disclose that. But yeah, I enjoyed every day. Every day was just a laugh, and you worked really hard at your football, but you just wanted to be in a changing room, saw guys, saw kind of young boys, and you have a laugh and a joke. So throughout my time at Motherwell and Partick Thistle, I had a few arch nemesis in the shape of Jerry Britton. Me and him had a right good go at each other, with each other's clothes and each other's cars and football boots, etc. With stealing them, cutting holes in them. And then when I went to Partick, it was more Craig Hinchcliffe and Ian Maxwell, our esteemed leader. But I don't know if I'm able to kind of say any bad stories about him, because he'll just get me sin-died for the game.
I can tell a wee story. You went to court one day, Wullie. Do you care to elaborate on that one?
That was about 7 of them ganged up on me. Can't do it themselves. They all had to gang up as a team. But I had changed. Me and Craig Hinchcliffe were kind of tit for tat, and I'd got him the previous week. I'd cut just kind of 50 pence size holes, just right on his nipples of his t-shirt when he was going to work. He owned his own business when he played. Now, I thought he would just have realised, and kind of went on with it. Nah, didn't realise, and was walking about all day with these 2 holes right where his nipples were, giving meetings for his meeting when his business, and that went down well. So he got me back, and I think he ruined about 4 or 5 of my half decent jumpers, and. So then I thought, do you know what? Right, we'll get something decent here. So I ordered Reggie plates online. A rude saying across the front of it. I'll not repeat if any of the younger kids are watching, but so took his registrations off, swapped them for these ones. So he was driving about the West End of Glasgow, where he stays, for about a week with these rude Reggies on. So I thought this was brilliant. I was killing myself until one day he came in, and I knew, for some reason, he had 9 points in his licence. But anyway, he comes in, he never said much, and he just kind of went like that. It was funny, but here you go. There's the ticket I got, and 3 points. So I'm like, good one, very good. But he kept it going, and he kept it going. He says, look, you're going to need to come to court and give evidence and say it was you that done it, so I can get, because either that or I'm banned for driving. Okay, yeah, no bother. So sure enough, another week. Next thing you know, I get a citation through the door. Special delivery from the Royal Mail. Open it up, citation, court summons. Maybe he's telling the truth. Surely no. Went to see Ian McCall, was the manager. Gaffer, I've got this. I think he's at it. Call him. Don't know anything about it. He's like, well, we're training. That's a Thursday. We're training. You're going to need to try and get out it. So I'm thinking, surely no. Cannot be. The day before I was meant to go to this apparent summons, I got a phone call from a female claiming to be one of the fiscals, and everything was spot on. Everything she said, look, this is what you're required to do, blah blah blah. And I thought, all right, okay, I'm in. So in the morning, up, suited, booted, the full shebang, where the old Salt Market Road, where the old district court used to be. Parked my car round the corner, and I'm walking. Just as I'm coming up to the old St Andrew's Church is on the right hand side, I can hear commotion. Wonder what that is. Turned the corner, Hinchy's sitting at a desk with the lawyer's overalls on, the big wig. All the boys are all there laughing and joking, pretending that he's a judge. One, I was gutted that I'd been done hook, line and sinker, and 2, I was so relieved I had to give evidence in court. So he done me. He got me an absolute belter. Keezy, he got me.
Outstanding, man.
Brilliant. Now, listen, if you're watching just now, thanks for tuning in live on Facebook. We're live with John McGowan, Scott Mills, Wullie Kinniburgh, and Craig Armstrong. Also, hopefully joining us very soon will be Gary Harkins. Now, Millsy, I want to come to you first with this next question, and I want to get everybody's take on this. The whole sort of COVID lockdown situation. How do you feel? Is it going to change the future of football, do you think?
I don't know, because I think football's one of the main kind of driving factors in society in Scotland, isn't it? So I think people will be so relieved and so happy to get back to it that I think they'll accept it in any shape or form. If they need to go through hoops in order to get there, then I think football will do that for the game.
Wullie?
I hope not. I really hope not. But I don't think that it's a quick fix in terms of the kind of top end. You know, your Old Firms and your Aberdeens, Motherwells, Edinburgh teams. I really think football is going to suffer. Unfortunately, just financially, you know, it's something that nobody really wants to admit. But I think it's reality that guys that were on X amount of thousands of pounds a week coming up from down south, coming over from Scandinavia, etc. I think it will suffer in the short term. But what I'm hoping from that is a lot of the younger boys get a chance, and they've got to promote from within. And I really do think that it's the way forward for Scotland. I think 10 years' time we could look back and go, do you know, that wasn't such a bad thing. You know, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players got a break in their first team where they maybe wouldn't have had it been just normal, you know, all go with the team signing the players that they normally do from the, you know, English Championship, English League 1 and 2. But I'm trying to take the positives out of it.
John McGowan.
I probably just carrying on for that. Like, you hope it doesn't suffer. I don't know about you, like watching some of the games that have been on, like the Premier League, they haven't been great, and I don't think they've been as entertaining. And without the fans, it has been a bit of hasn't been as successful. Do you know what I mean? And games without fans, aren't they?
What do you make it? What do you make of this? You know, now you get canned laughter in comedies. Well, they've put in this
absolutely crazy
artificial sound of fans.
That'd be the best job about it. We ain't ready to press that button.
We've installed that in NC Park, so we have. We've installed that, so next season you'll hear the crowd and all that. We'll put it through the
You won't hear it through the window, Army.
That's true, right enough. That's true.
It's better. I tell you what, I'll take the fans rather than Martin's taste in music.
It's not the best, is it?
Just to go back to John, just to finish off what you were saying there. So yeah, so basically, I
just think like it has suffered. Obviously, you see that in some of the games. A lot of people I've spoken to have watched some of the games and they've went, oh, boring. It's just not the same. There's nothing to the games, if you so to speak. So it has suffered, but hopefully it's not going to suffer long term. It's just a short term sort of wee downturn, and hopefully we get back to normal and as normal as it can be.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Looking back, John, who would you say is a great? And I'm going to come to Wullie with this question as well. Who's the greatest player you've ever played against?
Greatest player I've played against?
Is there anything that just stood out to you, and you went, they're just?
To be fair, when I was younger, I played against a boy. He was at Celtic. He ended up leaving. He went to Inter Milan to Celtic and back to AC Milan. And Lucas Santanacito was only at Celtic for a period and couldn't get near him. Just in terms of anything, just to look everything about him quality. In terms of players, known athletically, I always really liked. I don't think he was technically great. Boy Jackson Irvine was just a nightmare. I think he's at Hull now, or he's left Hull or whatever. I just find him really difficult to play against. In terms of technical ability and stuff like that, always liked James Forrest. Every time I've seen him playing within games and stuff like that, he played a game and he tore one of your fullbacks an absolute new one. It was consistently. And do you know what? Guys like him never get the credit. I don't think they deserve. He's been at a top club for so many years and he's had to deal with lots of criticism consistently, and he always seems to be there. He's always there and managers pick him. So he must be really brilliant in training. They see it in games and stuff like that. So I'd say they're some of the guys that I've always went, they're decent.
Wullie, what about yourself? Who's in your career? Who's stood out to you as a player?
I was fortunate enough to play against the old firm when they had, Celtic had Larson, Sutton, Hartson, Petrov. Rangers had, Ronald de Boer, Frank de Boer, Arteta, Barry Ferguson, Dado Purzo, these guys. But I was lucky enough to get a few caps for Scotland under 21s, and we went to Spain to play their 21s in a European Cup qualifier. And the Spanish team had a right back at the time, kind of unknown guy, nobody had really heard of him. I think he was playing with Seville at the time, I'm sure. And you were like, after the game, who's this guy? Who is this guy? He is phenomenal, just ridiculous. Played like an outside right, even though he was meant to be a right back. Unbelievable. And then a couple of weeks later, he sees €20 million move to Real Madrid, and it turns out to be Sergio Ramos, one of the best defenders that's ever played the game. And you're going, he wasn't bad. He was not bad, by the way. But there was a few in that Spanish team actually. Iniesta, Fabregas, they were decent. Just you look at them now in awe, whereas at the time you're like, he's all right.
Did you keep in contact with any of them, Wullie?
Well, I'm trying to get Sergio. He's not returning my messages, but give me a week or two.
Just
Quite
let
a
us know.
tight
I'll
English.
let Alec Martin and that know. Obviously, that it's happening. I'll need to get the budget up again.
Well, that's that. We're currently in negotiations to bring Iniesta over. He wants to try the local the local four ways.
Chip shop, the local chip shop, TJ Fryers.
Only getting them on loan, but
I was told, Ross, that Henrik Larsson wears Wullie Kinniburgh jammies to bed. That's what I was told. Don't know if it's true.
he still has nightmares about Wullie.
By the way, he's never scored against me. That's not bad. That's no bad going. Old
Well,
Henky,
what's the best game you've ever played in, Wullie?
Best team I ever played in.
I
played in.
I want to know the best game you've ever played in. I want to see what answer I'm getting. Then I'll tell you the truth.
Oh, come on.
Better not be the one I'm thinking about. Don't you bring it up.
Tell the boys.
Honestly, I'll build it up exactly how it happened. Right, you were obviously Celtic were 8 points ahead with 4 games to go, and then we got into the top 6 with Motherwell. I think Hibs beat Celtic. They dropped other points, and then with 2 games to go, they were only 2 points ahead. So we had Rangers in the second last game. I think they played Hearts or Aberdeen, beat them. Rangers absolutely trounced us at Ibrox. They went to the last game, 2 points in it, and we were just expected to get absolutely battered. So pressure was off, wasn't an issue. We turned up on the day. The Celtic were rolling in the champagne and all that for party time. And Big Terry Butcher comes in for his team talk. So he's got the names up on the board at 11. He's saying, Gordon Marshall, you're a Jambo. You hate them. Marshall's like, aye, whatever, aye. Jim Patterson, you're a good Ger. You're a good Rangers man. Patty's like, Gaffer, I'm a Celtic fan. No the day, I'm no the day. He was screaming up like that. All right, okay. So he went through the whole team, and nobody was admitting it, bar me. I had 2 hands up in the air. I'm a Rangers fan. He's, I know you are. But that was by the by. We were so relaxed. Everybody was just kind of enjoying the atmosphere and the tension. So it was all on them. And then we went out to play. We held our own for 3 or 4 minutes, and then it was like the Alamo. I'm not kidding. It was the Alamo for about 80 minutes, and then Petrov played a pass to a gap, and he kind of scuffed it off his foot, and it went out for a shy, and he went mental, absolutely mental at a gap, and it was the turning point. You could just tell that they were starting to get a bit of squeaky bum. They were worried. I mean, they were for all the leagues they had won and that, they were still kind of, well, this is only 1-0. I mean, you know, here we go. And then that happened, you know, ball get, Big Jerry came on actually with about 4 minutes to go and he's running on, he's like, why? Feed the bear. Me and him had a good crack. Any ball, big man, any ball. And I think Richie Foran hit a volley into the ground and hit Scott in the chest and then he's just whipped it right in the top corner. And I just put Usain Bolt to shame and I done the 100 metres in about half a second to jump on top of him, giving it loudly. And then you start to go, shit, there's a couple of minutes to go. Here, it's going to be like the Alamo again, right? Everybody back. And they punted the ball up and I think I got my head on it and went to Martin Corrigan. And he's just bluttered it right up the park and we Scotties ran through. And you're shouting, square it, Big Jerry standing in the middle. Square it. And he never put it right in the top corner and the rest is history. But speaking to Big Jerry after the game, I said to him, he done you a goal there, he should have squared it. He's like, thank God he never squared it because it was going into orbit. That's how the big man was. A bit Celtic man through and through, but it was great. It was absolutely surreal. My dad obviously didn't come to the game because he just couldn't face watching Celtic win the league as he thought. So he took my brother, who was playing with Rangers at the time, up to Murray Park. And by the time I got up the road, I think he was horizontal and doesn't remember much about the rest. So, all good in the Kinniburgh household that night.
Is that the story you would agree with, Army?
And that was Helicopter Sunday, Ross. If you've never seen it, go to YouTube, mate, and put in Helicopter Sunday. I'm sure a lot of the viewers will know it. But, I mean, on a serious note, I mean, to have people managing our small club that's only 5 years old, Ross, who have played against Sergio Ramos and you know, played against Henrik Larsson and has got that experience, and then you've got the other two who obviously trained Partick Thistle under fours or whatever it is. You know, it's it's brilliant to have, and we can only be thankful that the guys have chose us to manage. So we're delighted with what they're doing, and it's really good. As I say, we're having a good laugh as well, I'm sure. I know sometimes Millsy doesn't look as if he's having a good laugh, but he is. He's enjoying it, I can tell.
I'm a bit annoyed there, I was just going to say, ask your boy Johnny who got me his winners medal, you know what I mean?
That's true, mate,
you know what I mean?
What was that? Was that the Milk Cup or something like that? Some cup
foil
with
cup.
an Aye, well, all right, I'll take that back. You're not a bad
Gartcairn definitely going from strength to strength, and once again, big news, the latest signing, Gary Harkins. I hope he turns up to the games because he's not with us. He would going to join us, and he's maybe a wee bit of a technophobe or just a busy man. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to make today's broadcast. But I'm sure we will have more broadcasts very soon. Army, what do we have in the pipeline coming up?
Well, as I say, hopefully the season will start when they're saying it's going to start. So the plan is we've got a few players signed up just now, but we've decided we're just going to wait till we actually know what's happening in football before we release some names that we've got signed up. And there's a couple of interesting things with season ticket holders that we've managed to get a few local businesses to give 10% discounts for anyone that's an actual Gartcairn fan that can come along to the games. So for that, you get your season ticket, you get your unlimited tea and coffee at the games, but there's chip shops and restaurants and sweetie shops within the local area in Airdrie that will all give you 10% off because you are a season ticket holder. So that is the main aim, Ross. You know, too long now, but we've been doing well on the park, but we've been not so great off it, and it's not through our fault, to be fair. It's you know, the council, etc., who are doing what they can. I'm not saying anything against the council, but we really need to get the pitch will be redone. There'll be a stand going up. The ladies' team is flourishing at the moment. It's the only fully paid football team in the ladies' second division or whatever it is. So there's lots of good things happening, as I say, and hopefully our new channel that we're looking after just now, the new supporters channel, there'll be a lot of good information coming out of that and exciting times ahead. So.
Okay, and if you to those of you who are watching right now, make sure you like the page because it is a new Facebook page, Gartcairn supporters. make sure that you click the like button so that you know about future broadcasts. Now, just in time, just joining us right now, would you believe, is the man himself. We were just talking about him. He is here. The man we've been talking about all week. Gary Harkins joining us live on Facebook. Let's see if we can make it work. I just need to unmute you, Gary. We can see you, and we can now hear you. How are you, buddy?
Aye, not bad, mate. How's yourself?
Thanks for joining us. You're live.
No worries.
You're live on Facebook in front of about, probably get more people in this chat than there are watching. There's 5 of us in here. You're on live with John McGowan, Scott Mills, Wullie Kinniburgh, myself, Ross Owen, and of course Craig Armstrong. Welcome to Gartcairn.
Thank you. Happy to be there.
You hung up the boots, but you've made a quick return to Tier 7. What made you change your mind?
I don't think it's going to start until October, and it'll be a good wee bit of exercise and hopefully a good game of football with the boys there. Wullie talked me into it. It never took them long, so looking forward to getting back to kicking a ball about there.
Well, that was my next question. Are you driving now? Are you actually physically driving?
Aye, I just used to Wullie. I've just dropped the weight off, so I'm just heading home. Told me I had to hurry up, so I'm having to pull over.
Yeah, you better pull over before you get pulled. Now,
There we go. We're pulled over.
You just mentioned Wullie there. Are you looking forward to working? Because Wullie's obviously a close pal. Looking forward to working with Wullie again. I'll wait till you've pulled over. Let's give them a... Are you good?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just, aye.
Aye, right. Sorry, you just started to tell us there. I'm saying that you're looking forward to working with Wullie again.
Yeah, aye. It never took him long to talk us into it again, so I'm looking forward to it. I hope he's mellowed a bit as a manager, so we'll wait and see.
How did that conversation go?
Right, Gary, you're coming to Gartcairn. Right, Wullie, no bother.
Is that how you remember it, Wullie?
Pretty much. Aye, it's like, you kidding yourself on, big man? He says, aye, probably. So like, right, come on back. Aye, no bother.
Listen, we've been asking the guys about some of the highlights in their career. It's not directly involved with Gartcairn, but what's been some of the biggest highlights in your career and some of the sort of most memorable players you've played against?
Probably winning the CIS Cup was quite a big deal for me. Obviously, we had a great season at Dundee as well one year when we were in the admin. And then I've played against some cracking players. Went down to England again for a bit. Got to play against like Gerrard, Suarez, Coutinho. So I've enjoyed it. It was a decent career, I'd say.
Sure. Now, I'm going to get Army on here. Craig Armstrong, we have Gary on the line. Is there anything you want to say live on air?
I know where he was, mate. I know why he was late. Don't kid him on. He was in that massage chair. That's where he was. Am I right, Gary?
Mate, I'm telling you what, there needs to be one of them in the dressing room for me.
You've got a massage chair, Ross, in our office. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yes, I saw it last week. I had a shot of it last week. I
am convinced Gary Harkins works with us. I go in the morning, he's in it. I go for my lunch, he's in it. And I get home at night and he's still in it. So,
just get that in the dressing room, I'll be fine.
Gary, we asked a couple of other guys as well about advice. There's over 500 kids in the academy. What advice would you give youngsters, who want to be professional footballers?
Just work hard and enjoy doing what you're doing. I think there's always a place for listening to your coaches. But I would say that you do what you enjoy doing when you're playing. If you enjoy doing a certain part of the game, concentrate on doing the part that you like doing the most.
Right, okay, I've got another question for you, and I'm going to ask Wullie, before you answer this, I'm going to ask Wullie the same question, all right? Tell us something about Wullie that we don't know.
Careful, Gary, careful. I need a guy to hold the umbrella when it's raining.
Something about Wullie that you don't know that I can say on this. He's got a great throw with a chicken burger, I know that much.
He's got a great what?
A great throw with a chicken burger.
Can you elaborate on that?
Just Magaluf, and it was like a Malone's like Kansas City or the Chiefs quarterback right off the back of somebody's napper. So that's something you don't know.
Wullie, tell
Yes.
us something about Gary we don't know.
Oh, something you don't know about him. He's done that many interviews over the past 3 weeks that everybody knows everything.
There's nothing you don't know.
He used to have hair until he was about 14, and then it was like a sketch pad mitt for the best part of his 20s, and he eventually decided to get rid of it. So, I mean, he used to take it stinking in the Partick Thistle changing room about his sketch pad hairdo.
I think you guys are being kind to each other here. I'm sure there's a few exclusives in there that we'll never get to hear about except at the Christmas party. But listen, Gary, what do you look forward to most about coming to Gartcairn?
What was that?
What are you looking forward to most about being with Gartcairn?
Just looking forward to get back, enjoying playing this Saturday, to be honest. Obviously, I know Wullie and I know what state of manager he'll be, so I'm looking forward to playing under him and hopefully having a good season at Gartcairn.
All right, okay. Now, just to close the broadcast, guys, I'm going to go back to Scott. Scott, is there anything, any message you want to put out there to those that are watching before we finish the broadcast?
Just anybody that's watching it, maybe think they'd be interested in coming to support us. Hopefully they get excited by the kind of setup we've got, the players we're bringing in, and I'm sure if they come and see one game, then they'll be back for another.
Thanks, Scott. Okay, Wullie?
Any talented left footers out there that fancy a trial, get yourself done. And if you're needing one-to-one coaching, I'll give you a plug, John. Get yourself to Yoga Futsal.
John McGowan?
No, just basically, hopefully we can have an entertaining team this year. Obviously, the guys that we're bringing in, we want them to go and show how good they are and enjoy themselves. So hopefully we have a good year once we're back in running.
John, can I just say, I've got a friend, and I know I was name dropping earlier on, right? But I'm going to say something. I've got a friend who's a very big Hollywood actor, and he looks exactly like you. So if things don't work out at Gartcairn, if you want to be a stunt double in Hollywood, I could put a word in for you.
No,
Was it Mr. Bean?
Gollum?
who was
Gollum, innit?
it? Oh, he's Pichu.
Yes.
Evil.
What worship the ring? The one ring.
Who is it? Is it Warwick Davis or something?
He was in a thing that Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg done called Band of Brothers, and he's done lots of other stuff. But you're a spitting image of him. Anyway, just thought that. And anyway, and Army as well. He's a spitting image of the guy that was in Goonies. Hey, you.
Actually, hold on a minute. I was in Shrek. I don't know if you've seen it. That's who I'm.
Army, just to wind up, is there a final message you want to put out there to anybody watching?
No, just hopefully we'll get a good support this year. We've got our usual loyal band of 20 or 30 that come along normally. Hopefully we will have seated areas this year, and Nicola will be making soup. That's an exclusive. It's homemade soups we will be making. So I'm hoping that obviously the players the boys are bringing in and the professionalism that's getting promoted around, and guys like Gary, who, if we get him out the massage chair, I'm told he'll be a good football player. Hopefully we can get some good crowds in and bring some good football into Airdrie. You know, obviously we've got a senior team there, but Tier 7, there's going to be a lot of good games getting played, and hopefully if we can get up and win the league, there'll be big teams like Auchinleck, Talbot and Pollock and your Beasts and teams like that we'll be playing against. So it's an exciting time to follow the club, and hopefully we'll get them in their numbers.
Thanks, Craig. Well, on behalf of everyone at Gartcairn FC, I just want to say thanks to the guests today, John McGowan, Wullie Kinniburgh, Scott Mills, what's that guy's name? Oh, Craig Armstrong.
Yeah.
Who's that Turkish comedian, Ross? You'll know who's the big Turkish comedian, because Big Jeeves is looking rather like him tonight.
I know the guy you mean, and I did.
Wullie.
Aye, there you go. That's the one.
Well done.
Everybody's got a doppelganger tonight.
Love a look at Ikey.
There's a Zoom call with Owen and Alan Carr after this if he's want to come in here.
Now, guys, thanks for joining us today. I just want to finish by saying to Gary, welcome to Gartcairn, and we wish you the very best of luck. Let's hope things ease off a wee bit in lockdown and you guys can get back to doing what you guys love, which is getting out there on the pitch and bringing young players through as well. So Gary, welcome to Gartcairn.
Cheers, mate. Looking forward to it. I better get going, or I'm going to get.
No,
I
that's
can't hear what you're saying, honestly.
It's all right. It's all right. We understand. We can see that you're parked at the side of the road and need to get moving. So thanks for joining us, and thanks to everybody who was watching. This is Gartcairn FC saying good night. Have a great Friday, and we'll see you again soon.